invited them to the GNU. The EFF was also invited to the GNU. Maybe now that Floyd is gone in the EFF, maybe we must invite them again, because we know that the stumbling block there was Floyd because of his hatred for the African National Congress. Now with the new development, maybe they might want to come and re-engage. But SACP was engaged on all of these things. That's why they've deployed. The SACP National... The ANCYL clique is closely monitoring the progress of the government of national unity. It is encouraged to see it functioning and intent. However, we are deeply disappointed by the recent remarks made by the Secretary General or the General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, who has labeled the ANC sellouts for its decision to invite political parties to form part of the government of national unity. The ANC Youth League has got a very good relationship with the Young Communist League and will engage them on the unfortunate attack on the Secretary General of the African National Congress. We've also engaged the SG of the ANC to not respond on social media on critical, serious political matters which can be addressed in other platforms. Let's remind you that the ANC was not given a full mandate by South Africans to govern on its own. That's why we found ourselves under government of national unity, which includes the SACP. Anyone who has a problem with the structure of the government of national unity must immediately withdraw their deployees, prepare to win the next elections on their own, so that they can implement things the way they feel they should implement them. Now, everyone who's the government of national unity is commanded by one president, which is President Ramaphosa, and the under government of the African National Congress, invited by the African National Congress, including the SACP. We remain dedicated to ensure that the GNU serves the interests of South Africans. South Africans don't want a lot of theories, but they want their lives to be changed. They want service delivery. They want to continue, we will continue to hold the GNU accountable. This includes not only those from the ANC, but also those from other parties involved in the national effort. We will engage with the government to ensure that the work is being done and that all leaders, regardless of their political affiliation, fulfill their responsibilities. Regarding holding deployees accountable, we will continue with our meetings to convene all deployees, ministers and deputy ministers of the House, to account for the work that they are doing and the government of national unity to represent the interest of the youth. The ANC Youth League cleanup campaign. The ANC Youth League will participate in a cleanup campaign working together with community members, law enforcement agencies, home affairs, and all responsible government entities on a program to fight against government hijacked buildings, construction mafias, drug lords, and undocumented foreigners. The issue of undocumented foreigners in South Africa is a grave concern that must be addressed with urgent and firmness. The unchecked influx of undocumented foreigners, nationals, is a direct threat to our national security, economy, and social fabric. The recent reports, such as the recent bust of illegal syndicates involved in the 80 million weight of smuggling of goods, the drug labs that we've seen in Limpopo, the highlights of several impacts of illegal migrants in our own country. This operation revealed how illegal networks undermine our economy, invade our taxes, and contribute to the criminal activities, including the extortion and drug trafficking. The ANC Youth League demands immediate strengthening of our border control mechanism to prevent the influx of undocumented national foreigners. It is imperative that we enforce a strict border security to safeguard our country's sovereignty and protect the interests of South African citizens. We are committed to addressing the employment of illegal foreigners in sectors that should be reserved for South Africans. We will work with the businesses and relevant stakeholders to ensure compliance with labor laws, prioritizing the employment of South African citizens. This is not mainly a matter of legal adherence, but a critical step towards reducing unemployment and ensuring that the economy benefits our country and is enjoyed. The economic benefit of our country is enjoyed by South African people. This month, instead of celebrating, we'll dedicate also our efforts to addressing all those socio-economic problems. The negotiations. There was a clear consultation with all people that worked with us. The ACCP is in an alliance with the African National Congress. When it comes to deployment and all of that, they've been there. Because what worries us as the Youth League is that the same ACCP that has a problem with the government of national unity, which has placed it as a position of sellouts, where we've invited everyone, opened the door to everyone, including those that have no offices, which their offices don't know where they are. We've also invited them to the GNU. The EFF has also invited to the GNU. Maybe now that Floyd is gone in the EFF, maybe we must invite them again, because we know that the stumbling block there was Floyd because of his hatred for the African National Congress. Now with the new development, maybe they might want to come and re-engage. But ACCP was engaged on all of these things. That's why they've deployed. The ACCP national chair is the Minister of Science and Technology. Some of the Central Committee members of the ACCP and Cabinet, others are deputy ministers, others are ministers. Now, they are a party working with us in the GNU. Now, we believe that anything that they are saying is just populist stance. But look, the best GNU would love to have in the future, maybe, if we're to be honest, maybe it's with the ACCP. Because the only ones that we believe that might move towards the left properly is the ACCP. There is no EFF or Mkhonto Wesizwe that is left laying towards any other progressive direction. Now, there's no difference between that and them and the DA. They're all political organizations. If you can check who is funding them, you'll see they're all funded by the same people. Now, their obsession, all of them, is to remove the ANC out of power. Now, the only party that have been working with them since '94 is the Communist Party. Now, if the Communist Party feels that they've gathered enough structures on the ground, they can assist us to bring back the 60% that we have lost. It was like 40%. Let it be. It will be good assistance on our side. It will assist us, but they must urgently withdraw all their deployees, because you can't say why a GNU of sellouts when your national chair is there within the GNU of Government of National Unity. Now, it lacks a bit of constantly. But the Solomon Pailar, we know that is a product of the Youth League and COSAS and many other structures of the movement. He's very brave. We know that he will, it's either he will agree with the ANC on how the GNU work, or he will immediately withdraw those that are from the party who are in the GNU, so that we are seeing action. Then later on, he must set up structures to contest elections on his own and stop being under the skate of the African National Congress. Now, that's the bravery that we want from the SACP. Anything else is cowardice. On the issue of engagements, yes, we'll engage them, because we don't want them to transcade. That's why we'll engage the YCL. We'll encourage the ANC to engage the SACP, because those public statements are not assisting us to move forward, especially under the setback that we're in. Because we're under a setback. Progressive forces have been pushed to 40% in the last elections. Now, that's a setback. It means 60% is in the hands of people who don't know who they represent. Now, we want us to engage with them that how best do you think we can assist us to go out of the setback apart from throwing stones at the African National Congress. I think I've answered on our engagement with the SCP. On the corruption, look, we were clear on corruption. The ANC is clear on their stance. We've set up commissions. Those that are charged of corruption, they know they must step aside. Everyone who is charged of corruption in the ANC, step aside. You can go and check. There's no one who's charged of any crime who is still a leader of the ANC. We've always told them that they must step aside and go and clear their name. And they've done that with discipline. Many of our comments have done that. Those that did not listen to step aside, they went and formed a political party called Mkhonto Wesizwe. If you can see, in most cases, all those that are charged or are seen to have collapsed state entities, everyone that is associated with corruption, you'll find them in Mkhonto Wesizwe. Now, Mkhonto Wesizwe has become a home of the corrupt. Now, anyone that wants to be subject to step aside of the ANC, they know they go to Mkhonto Wesizwe and leave the ANC as clean as it is. Now, on our term of office achievement, we've achieved a lot. Apart from the parliamentarians that we have a lot in parliament, we have a big representation in parliament now. We were able to push many programs. One of the programs that we're busy pushing on is all illegal foreigners. All mayors are aligning in all the metros, if you can check. There's a clear program now of cleaning buildings that are occupied by illegal